Alright, this is my favorite video, and the reason is I get to talk about what I like, and it's all about my own biases. So, for those of you who may have picked up on this, or may have not, I am definitely a speedboarder. That's my preferred discipline. I definitely started out with just cruising and having fun, but the more I got into it, the more speed I wanted to get until I can go as faster and faster and as fast as I can. So now that that's developed, I've gotten kind of picky on what I like to ride, and I'll show you why. So the four products that are definitely my personal favorites that we carry, coming over here from Gator Griptape, just their 36 grit course rating Griptape. It's awesome. It's really durable. It's great to use. Has plenty of stick, but it's not too coarse. I felt other grip tapes on my boards and things like that, and some definitely a little more coarse than others. And there is a point that you reach when there's too much stick. You can't move your feet around if you have to, but there's also that realm of slipping off the board if anything's going wrong. I really feel that Gator Grip Tape at the 36 grit rating for me is that perfect balance where it's really sticky, but at the same time, if I have to while I'm foot braking or anything like that, I can shuffle my feet around, and I don't really have any issues with that. My next favorite is shout out to Riot BoardSports, their RiotCups. Ever since they've come out, I've been watching really closely. I've tried quite a number of few sets on my speedboard. I would have to say that it is probably the number one game changer in my ride setup that I have for just a small component. You can change out the wheels on your speedboard or anything like that and still have a great time. But after having gone 2 RiotCups, and I do use the 90A on my speedboard, I will never go back. Never again will I not use RiotCups for high speed on my preferred setup. So with that, we're going to go into my board of choice. Here we have the BombSquad Agent Orange. I know you guys may have seen my actual generic video on it, but there are a lot of reasons why I like this board, even though BombSquad has some higher up decks or higher end decks in their lineup. One thing that I really love about this board is the length is perfect for me. I'm an extremely inflexible person. So even though I like riding on a 27.5-inch wheelbase, I'm only 5'8". I still need this really large, effective foot platform that this deck offers. It's got plenty of space to move your feet around, even put your feet over the trucks. And one of my favorite things about this board is that it comes simple. When you get it, it's just 5/8 inch radial concave. There's nothing special about it, and that's where the real fun comes in because I added my own 3D concave. You probably can't see from the camera that well, but what I did is I did duct tape layer underneath here to give it a slight offset W. The offset is actually leaning more towards my right side, which for me is pressing against with my toe side because I am goofy. Another thing that you'll see about the board if you look really closely is there are pockets on it. I did make a rear pocket right here just above the wheel wells. I don't normally rest my foot right against it, but if my foot does start to slip back in vibration, I can definitely tell when I've run out of space and need to be careful. The other pocket that I added is up front. In downhill, more and more you're seeing people with foot stops. It's definitely something that's come over from slalom, and I tried it out and I really didn't like it. I've gone without a foot stop for forever, and when I put a foot stop on there, it felt okay while I was in a tuck going in a straight line, but anytime I had to get down in a slide or do anything technical, I felt extremely constricted. It definitely kept my foot from going forward over time, but I definitely did not feel the advantage of keeping my foot in the same spot on an 8-mile run really benefited me compared to being able to make that corner every other turn. And so what I did to counteract that is I made my own pocket on the front between the grip mounting holes, and with that I still have the freedom of no toe stop, but a little bit of extra concave so that if I'm not paying attention over a really long run on coarse, really rough road, my foot doesn't start to vibrate forward past the trucks. So my foot does stop right here, and I still have extreme amount of control and leverage over the board, which is extremely important because I have gotten to the point before I added that where I looked down and my foot was up here, and I started leaning forward. I was like lifting my back wheels up a little bit, not a good situation to be in. Another thing is, you know, the last product I have is actually something that we carry, and a lot of places do carry this. And you know, for how small this product is, it's the world of difference, and nobody really thinks about it until someone new comes along and they ask what to get. And so here at Adrenaline Boards, we have Adrenaline Spacers. You should never, ever go without spacers. You know, they're just a little cheap add-on. It'll make the world of difference for you. If you've never ridden with spacers before, you don't even understand how much you're missing out. It's just, it takes away so much of the vibration. It keeps your bearings in line. It lengthens the life of your bearings. You can even feel the difference when you're cruising around. Like, yeah, you know, when you're cruising, you hear the boards really loud going over cracks on the sidewalk. Then you hear someone go by with spacers, and yeah, you definitely hear the sound, but it's dampened, everything's smoother, there's nothing loose. Especially if you're getting into sliding, they're priceless. I mean, it is the absolute cheapest component on your entire board, and it makes the most difference, because if you ever do any extreme riding without spacers, you're just putting yourself at risk for no reason. Definitely pick some up. They will make or break you, flat out. So that is my employee pick, and you know, you can see it all on my own personal speedboard. Got my 36 grit Gator Griptape, my added 3D concave on my BombSquad Agent Orange. Definitely don't forget my RiotCups giving me extra lean on there. I definitely like a more tech-style downhill. And then lastly, never go on a ride without spacers. Otherwise, you'll regret it if you ever go back to not using them.